This is Casey, co-founder of Buck Outdoors. Today what we're doing is we're doing our first installment of our survival tips. And this one's going to be called Edibles in Your Backyard. I'm taking you guys through just through a regular old woods, just 5 minutes from my house. And I'm going to show you all the different things you can eat, the stuff that you might not notice, but you can eat it. This right here is called a mile-a-minute weed. It's, they have these little blueberries, these really specifically, here I'll show you. Really specific triangle-shaped leaves. Now, on the underside, though, they're a little thorny, though, so be careful. And the actual, it's really thorny here too. So be careful when you eat those. But these blueberries you can eat. They're perfectly fine to eat. They've never been linked to any type of problem. And these actually, they're not indigenous to the Americas. They come from Southeast Asia, and they actually grow so fast that they cause a lot of problems. You might have seen them growing over high tension wires and stuff. And if you look over here, you can see this is all a mile-a-minute weed. And it grows so quickly it just destroys tons of our agriculture and stuff. But those are good to eat if you need to, and they're not that tasty, but you gotta eat them. You gotta eat them. This right here is called goldenrod. You've probably seen them all over the place. They're all over the place. There's 75 different species actually in the Americas, and they used to use these to put in smoking tobaccos, dip them in, put them in tea, make a nice fragrant tea. Or they put them in breads too, so you can just eat these. They put them in all sorts of breads and pastries and stuff. Eat those flowers no problem. They're really earthy taste. But yeah, they're perfectly fun to eat, and there's tons of different types of these. So there's shorter ones and bigger ones, but yeah, these are totally fun to eat. Now, for all mushrooms, you want to get professional advice before you eat them, because a lot of them can be really poisonous. But what this is called, I think this is a turkey tail mushroom. Now, they grow in both deciduous and coniferous forests, and they're not poisonous. And you can tell these because they're a really unusual type mushroom. They're fan-shaped. They're really thin. They got a really flat surface, and you can probably eat these in any survival situation. This right here is a rose bush, and these berries grow out in a very specific way. You don't see a lot of berries that grow out like this. They normally droop down or something. But these rose hips are okay to eat, and they use them in tons of stuff. Jellies, teas, pies. So you could take these, and you can eat these all day. There's no problem with eating these. You can tell. These got tons of thorns on here, so you'll know it's a rose bush. And yeah. Like I said before about mushrooms, you really don't want to eat them unless you definitely know what you're doing. But I believe that this is a chicken mushroom, and the reason they call it that is because it tastes just like a chicken. Now they can get pretty big, but you wouldn't want to eat that unless you had someone with you who definitely knew what they were doing. Well, we hope you enjoyed our first installment, and remember, don't eat anything unless you can properly identify it. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email us.